Hi Taurus, welcome to the third Taurus reading for the channel. Forgot to get some air energy in here for the Aries reading, but we got a lot of fire going on with the Aries moon and the Leo sun season. So sometimes air plus fire is a fire tornado, or it sweeps the flame across the land. So maybe just sometimes it's interesting when I forget to do this, or it's not interesting and it's just me forgetting. So here we go. Taurus is also the neck and the voice and the vocal cords, and that was like a very earthy tone. So Taurus, the fixed earth, that was nice. That was a nice note. Usually go on the other end, go a little deeper there. Taurus, the fixed earth. Okay, pull check this for Taurus. Okay. Oh, okay. Try to keep my eyes closed, but I thought I saw it on the other side. So Taurus. Interesting. So in the present energy, Taurus, you have the Tower, which is some sort of major transformation. So something is just going down right now. Not necessarily anything that can be avoided, not necessarily something that you've been waiting for and wanting for in specific form, but this is about transformation and just letting it happen. So let's just letting the chips fall where they may, and a major arcana card, letting the Tower fall and letting it go and going with it, and having transformation from that experience. Challenge right now is the Devil card, the Capricorn card, these two people chained in the bottom, but as most people who are chained in the tarot cards, they could get out of it, but not always, easier said than done. But this is a card about codependence and addiction can be the substances, including illicit substances, or, sugar, or it could be the behaviors like gambling and social media, or it can be about codependency, about being we're all codependent, we're interdependent, but being overly reliant and dependent on an idea, a person, a thing, a behavior in a way that is harmful to you. Compulsive use of a substance or behavior that is harmful to you and that can't be stopped and ends up being harmful to you is what addiction is. So challenge right now is some sort of an addictive process as you go through this major transformation, and that probably has something to do with that addictive process that you go through. In the recent past, you have the Three of Cups, so coming out of this time of celebration, having gotten together with people, maybe sometimes, it can be literally about three people, getting together and having a good time, and all is well, and party and celebration with people you love, moving into, or a feeling of togetherness, that cup-loving, creative energy into this feeling of okay, things are changing now, and moving into this energy in the near future of the Six of Wands in reverse, which is having trouble letting go of some kind of baggage. So that has to possibly do with this, with this Devil card of addiction, and having trouble letting go of this transformation that you're going through. Maybe having trouble letting the Tower fall. In the conscious energy of the world in reverse, fixed energy like Taurus, the earth sign, is also fixed. In the reverse, this can have to do with having trouble letting a cycle end. So that could have to do with this, having trouble letting this Tower fall, but coming to the end of some sort of a major cycle, but having trouble allowing that to happen. And that was sort of what I was already reading here. And maybe that has to do with why are you having trouble letting that Tower fall. Maybe it has something to do with this idea of addiction. And in the energy below is the King of Swords in the reverse, which is about developing a quiet truth, developing an inner truth, but it can also be about being cutting with the way that you communicate and the way that you think, and being controlling with your intellect. So a quieter inner truth kind of going on in in your unconscious energy, but also maybe a little bit of an abrasiveness about the way that you communicate with other people. Interesting. lot of major arcana cards here, especially in the present with the challenge and the above energy, which is like that's kind of where this divine big life stuff is happening, is like now and in your consciousness. And finding this quieter inner truth in the energy below. This is interesting because the Knight of Cups in the upright was just in the Aries reading in the advice column. So this is like different than that. This is about maybe like emotional impulsivity is your advice here. So sort of being like maybe some moodiness, emotional impulsivity, scattered energy with, you know, how you're relating to your relationships, your creativity, your love energy. That is the sort of advice here, though. So maybe this is like, this Tower energy is a little bit about letting that Aries energy of the current moon get into you a little bit, come out of that fixed earthiness and like move a little bit more towards just feeling it out and letting your emotion take you a little bit into this experience of, you know, this Tower card. So allowing like that moodiness and maybe like a little bit of a lack of control of the emotion, allowing that to happen, which can be real. The energy surrounding you right now, really interesting. Another major arcana card in the upright is the Wheel of Fortune. So like some sort of destiny or karma is just what's going on around you. Fixed card, again, like the World card, these are both fixed cards. This one is about karma and good luck and just like and luck or destiny, and just like the wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning here. This is so interesting. That's interesting because, you know, Taurus can actually be like a very. I have shared 2 of my placements on here. I've told that I'm a Taurus moon, and so usually there's like a fixedness to that energy. But the Taurus archetype is really interesting to me because it's sort of like a sneak attack on humor and a lot of other things. Like the cow grazing in the meadow is very unsuspecting, but actually like cows are kind of cool animals. Bulls are really cool, and they're totally they're often like misunderstood. If someone was going to describe what a cow or a bull is, it's actually not like the entire picture, like any sign is. But there's like a lot of major energy just like transformational energy here, having trouble like letting something go to like let that transformative experience happen. But the energy surrounding you is that the wheel is spinning. The wheel is spinning. It's always spinning, but this is like the wheel spinning for you right here. And that is what's going on. And interestingly, I've never noticed this. There's sort of like wolf-like character. How did I notice this? This wolf-like character is like hanging all sexy on the wheel. Taurus is a very sensual sign. Scorpio, the opposition, is more sexual, but Taurus is very like sensual with that earthy energy. And it sort of looks a little bit like the Devil card. I don't know, like something going on there in the Devil card. So maybe like that's riding with you. That addiction process is riding with you. And I think we really need to have a more broad view of what addiction is. I'm an addiction medicine physician, and if we really understood the good and the bad and the high and the low vibe of addiction, it's mostly a societal issue. Let's get it real. Public health, population health. If we had stronger social determinants, support for social determinants of health in the United States, addiction would not completely many different values, not all different values, but many different values. We would not have the intensity of addiction problems that destroy people's lives that we do here. So it's really a public health issue, way top down, but at the level that we can't always change policy. Not every person is going to be that policy changer. We need to develop like a much more practical and like creative view of how we view addiction and why people are addicted, what they're addicted to, which, you know, whether or not we should demonize it, and how to deal with that. And she's spinning on the wheel, you know. Our addictions come with us on the wheel. The term addict, even though it is used as a term of empowerment in groups like Alcoholics Anonymous, at least when it was first started and stuff, we're now moving out of that terminology, because to be an addict means you're an addict forever. And like any condition that you have is like, sure, you're always working on it and stuff, and there can always be like a relapse and then, you know, coming back, and that happens often. we're all addicts, like, to something. We just are. Everybody is. And it can be a very derogatory term, make people feel like they're just this one thing, and that's all that they are and will be. And they come with us, you know? It rides with us on that wheel. I don't know if that's a devil or not, but it's interesting. I've never seen that before. Why haven't I seen that? So interesting. Okay, so hope and a fear right now is like nostalgia, like going back to the past in a way that is getting you like stuck and hung up, and like you're really like getting stuck in childhood memories, in wishing that the past was still what it is, going to the past, getting stuck there instead of realizing that it's a point of what I've learned recently in one of my sites where I work is the past is a frame of reference, not a frame of residence. So this can sort of be like a fear that you're sort of getting stuck in. So that just cut off. I've been trying to use the phone instead of the computer for videos, but I've been wondering if it's going to be hard with space even as I delete. But hoping to not get stuck in the past as a place of residence instead of a place of reference is something that you hope for. And the outcome of all this current energy right here is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So this could be about needing to rethink an idea. And it's not always, I recently said, there's no problem in going back to the drawing board. Like, it's always nice to be moving forward and, moving on and having like, everyone always wants to be moving on and forward and up, and that's just not the way life goes entirely. Like, life is really like an ebb and a flow, and then like there's different like amplitudes of the wave and frequencies and magnitude, big waves, small waves, and it always comes up and down. What goes up must come down. And my belief in spirituality is that spirituality and religion and art and humor and ethics are another side of the coin of science and medicine and logic and reason. They're not different coins, and every scientific or medical or mathematical principle can be brought into the spiritual world in almost exact approximation, and also in the other direction. And so reworking, just like you can always go back to the drawing board, and if there might be an idea that you just want to like sit on for a little bit longer before like you make any big moves. Aries season, Leo season, fire energy moving is about passionate, fiery energy. Bring in some light. Passionate, fiery energy, and sort of like a rushing forward of excitement and energy. And this is sort of about like rethinking of an idea. So there's some sort of major transformative experience you're going through, maybe having a little bit of trouble letting go of baggage. Interesting, that this also came up as like a fear, like not wanting to get stuck there in the past. Working on finding this quiet inner truth about things. The advice being the Knight of Cups, which is to like a little bit like allow yourself to go into a little bit of like that emotional, just like scatteredness, because like Taurus is the fixed earth. They can get it done. They keep it moving. They take care of the people who they love, even at their own harm. And like, this is like let yourself go a little bit into that like emotional erraticism, but not like wildly where you're gonna hurt yourself, but like at least like you can feel things out a little bit. You don't, instead of always being just grounded, because we always need a mix of energies to learn. There's just like, the wheel is spinning here. I don't know about what, but the wheel is spinning, and the outcome is that like maybe you just like need to rethink or rework an idea. Having trouble like letting go baggage and completing the cycle, and that's part of this transformative experience, and it's challenged by like this addictive or codependent process. So like you're rethinking stuff, and maybe allowing some of that like emotional energy to come in is helpful in that. Interesting. Wow, I love when they just pop out like that. So those colors together are nice. Okay. Protection, peace, and rejection. Peace. When shining light through a prism, all the colors are revealed in a rainbow. White light is a combination of every color within the visible spectrum working harmoniously together. When this card is drawn, it is an invitation to bring a sense of peace into your life. This may come to you after a period of turmoil as a sign of healing, or you may find it when the mind is quieted during a simple meditation, or when you are taking a moment to just stop and reflect. Open up your heart and let peace come to you. Accept this gentle offering of healing and stillness. Yeah, there's like a big energy going on here, but sometimes the best thing to do is just be like peaceful and let it happen. I don't see any like major stress here. It's just like moving on to the next thing. And like, yeah, I don't see any like major stressors here. So yeah, peace. The essence of this card is about feeling personally safe and protected as you navigate through life. Protection. It asks you to find the delicate balance of pushing yourself through fearful, anxious situations while also feeling secure. This card asks how you can feel protected during those scary situations. Does it mean reaching out to others or just making sure that you are grounded in the present? How can you move forward while feeling safe? And feeling safe is definitely, Tauruses are about comfort and luxury, not necessarily about always pushing new ground, which is great. But like, how can you move forward and feel safe still? You got this, like, you got a lot of stuff, there's this Wheel of Fortune, this Tower card, this World card, the Devil, like there's some sort of major sort of divine energy happening here. And it's like, it's so interesting where these major arcana cards are placed, because it's like in your present energy, your current challenge, your conscious energy, and the energy surrounding you, which to me is like the energy surrounding you is like something like majorly divine. But how can you like feel comfortable and still move forward? And maybe that's what this like fear of getting trapped in the past, because there's always some comfort in the past. We're revisiting, we're not wanting to let go of some kind of a baggage of the past because we can't or we don't want to. But like, how do you use the past as a frame of reference and not a place of residence? Protection and rejection. Protection and rejection. Pop, pop. Try to reframe the pain of rejection. Consider that whatever rejected you wasn't meant to be a part of your life at this time, whether it be a person, job, or something else. Some even say that rejection is protection. Rejection is protection. So even though it may really hurt right now, know that something better is waiting for you. Trust that whatever is meant for you is on its way. So something might be like hurting you. A sense of rejection of something is like leading to this Tower moment of just like, okay, this is not going to do, something else needs to come through. But it's hard to wrap up this cycle. And the Aries reading just before this also had rejection in it. But trust that whatever is meant for you is on its way. Because like this is just like whatever's going on here is destiny. And it's going to mean something different for everybody if this reading does resonate for you. So you get a couple of tea leaf cards, please. Oh, I like this energy. Interesting. Here, one more. That's too many. I'm just going to take the one on top. Thanks. Family wishes come true. So maybe this going back to the past, having trouble letting go of baggage. You're thinking about the past, but something about your family, like a family wish comes true somewhere. Destiny, which isn't always, wishes, but good fortune, fortune. Taurus season, Taurus, the earth, fortune. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. So maybe that's what this Tower moment is about. Why the challenge is codependency or addiction, having trouble letting a cycle go. Parting of the ways in romance or business. So maybe there is like a breakup. Or a partnership. Or a change in how that's gonna go. But you have good fortune wishes coming true, and destiny. So something major is going on, but like peace. And maybe that's what this rejection card is about, but peace. Maybe you're reworking an idea about like a relationship, and like there's all kinds of relationships. Peace. I just get like a big peace, and like peace, comfort is like big Taurus energy. I'm just getting like most of this, I'm getting peace, even though there's like all this like other stuff going on. letting it happen, letting the tower fall. Destiny. And like letting yourself feel stuff if you gotta feel it, and like it's not always gonna be like pretty. Mega Moon card for Taurus. Mega Moon card for Taurus. One, two, three, four. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Fixed sign, Taurus, hold your vision. So peace, I don't know. Hold your vision, peace, holding, protection. Like this, you have a vision, an idea, but like you're just reworking it and thinking about it before you like move forward like too brashly with it, taking some energy of like Aries season, like allowing things to just sort of happen, but also hold it, fixed moon, hold your vision. If you have a vision, like keep, just because the Ace of Swords is in the reverse just means like you're reworking some kind of an idea, not necessarily like let go of the idea entirely. Hold your vision. Fixed moon for a fixed sign reading during fixed season, Leo season. Okay. Well, this reading is going quick. Oh no, shoot, it's because I already have part of this reading done. Okay. Can I get a Rumi card for Taurus? Can I get a Rumi card for Taurus? Interesting that it's broken up. It was like a parting of the ways and just broke this up into 2 videos. Can I get a Rumi card for Taurus? The first one. I was gonna say just the first one, but this one was on top. And Blessing of Al Hakim just came out for the Aries reading too. I'm reading both. Usually I don't do that, but I'm gonna read both. Just a little bit of it though. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Bewilderment, like maybe like a little bit of that emotional erraticism. Buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion, bewilderment is vision. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of Al Hakim gurgles up from your heart. Leo season. Her blessing is evoked by life like the laughter of a babe, joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially if that where logic is blinded. How I revere the blessing of Al Hakim of wisdom, for she is precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. Peace. The fire in your belly is a beautiful aspect of you. Just let it be the breath that swirls around you and through the heart that ignites it, not the passing huffing and puffing of the impatient mind, that fire of the Aries moon Leo season. For when the fire in the belly is fanned by the breath of the heart, you shall have peace and dynamic movement, restful stillness, and soul-inspired action all at once. You shall become one with the living holy paradox, and the healing power of your love shall know no bounds. Star Mother Arrakis. Star Mother Arrakis. Be the king who has made his own kingdom, Leo season. Be the moon that has made her own summit. Hold your vision. How much longer until you cuckoo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all mortal lusts and become life without breath, of your lusts, and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. Peace. Some people just equate that concept of God with peace. And peace is not just love and light. It's the balancing of that duality. No matter how dark life on earth may seem at times, Taurus is the winter solstice, the earth. When we remember our holy heritage, we can also realize, yes, I am blessed, held as one with the mother who shall not be deterred from great holy purpose. I shall prevail. I forgot that and feared, but now I remember and am determined once more. Then you shall feel joy and be inclined to dance, to sing, to make your art, and to live fearlessly once again. Hold your vision, and Taurus is where Mother Moon exalts. So hold your vision and peace. And that's good. Okay. Thanks for joining, Taurus.